Kia ora. Welcome to Business Your Way, a podcast where I take you behind the scenes and look at the strategies, systems, and support needed to grow and scale an online service business. Because you deserve a business that doesn't feel like work, one that gives you energy and the resources to do what matters most to you. Whether it's figuring out where to spend your time, how to maximize your profitability, or streamlining your processes so things get done quickly and efficiently, my guests and I, we've got you covered. I'm your host, Sandra Julian, Indigenous mama of three, fashion-loving sewist, and business strategist. Each week, I want to help you dream big, plan well, and do the work to grow and scale your business your way. If you've been here for a little while and you are a listener that keeps returning to the podcast, you've probably got a sense that I'm an organized person who likes a good project plan and has got all of my productivity shit together, if you like. If you are new to the podcast, maybe this is something that you are going to learn about me, that I am super organized. I don't like clutter. I can't think. I can't function when there is clutter around me. I like a clear mind, a clear space in order to produce my best work. And from a very early age, I would say, I never like to do things twice. I like to do things once and be done and move on. I never like to revisit things over and over and over. But a few years back, when I would say I was, a good few years into my business, I was working some really long hours. I felt as though I was on the hamster wheel doing all of the things and still getting nowhere. I had a big dream about what I wanted to do with my business and what that meant for my life. But every year, I didn't feel as though I was making any progress. If anything, I felt I was working more, working longer, making more compromise. And quite frankly, I was done with it. So whilst I was organized and I had things organized, I still wasn't being super productive, because I think being organized and being productive can be two separate things. So 2018, I began my journey of how can I make this better? Must be something that I'm missing, something that can improve, because surely having a successful business does not equal working super long hours and compromising things in my life to make my business profitable and for it to give me the lifestyle that I wanted. So I began that journey about 2018. 2019, I was introduced to the Full Focused Planner, and I used it for a good 6 months as it was intended to be used. I didn't necessarily use all the tools within the Full Focused Planner. I just embarked on using a few, and those few tools began to change everything for me. So a couple of episodes ago, it might be more than a couple, but I shared with you an episode around multitasking and context switching and how they can be the enemy of your day and really chew up everything so you don't get stuff done. I also shared a tool called the Ideal Week and how that changed how I spent my time, how I planned out my week, and how I conserved my energy around it. So that came from the Full Focused Planner system. And today, this episode, I want to share with you my experience of the Full Focused Planner, because I know that you probably want to experience a sense of clarity, a sense of groundedness, and a sense of enthusiasm for every week. And I believe that the power of the Full Focus system will help you get there. And I believe in this so much because it has had such a profound impact on my productivity, how I operate my business, and how I empower my team inside of my business. And I believe in it so much that last year, when Michael Hyatt announced that they were releasing their very first full focus planner certification program, that I signed up. And so in January, I became a full focused planner certified pro. And why did I do that? Because these tools within the full focus planner have really changed how I operate. So I've gone from someone who was always super organized to now feeling like I have just stepped up my game with these productivity tools. And I want to help other business owners do the same. I want to help you organize, simplify, systemize your business, which has a direct impact on your life. And the productivity tools inside the Full Focus Planner, they've helped me so much that now I want to help you. So I'm available to help you implement the Full Focus Planner into your life and into your business. And if you want to know more about how I can help you with that, you can book a coffee chat with me. I'm going to put a link to that in the show notes. So you can book a 30-minute slot in my calendar to have a conversation with me about how we can increase your productivity. So maybe you are noticing that you are dropping tasks. Your to-do items are slipping through the cracks in your business. And you really hate those moments because they can be really embarrassing when you have to tell a client that you haven't quite done that yet, or you haven't done something that then your team need you to do in order for them to keep progressing the project in the right way or in the right direction. But it seems like every time you finally get ahead, you find yourself fighting fires that actually could have been avoided if you hadn't dropped that task or you hadn't missed getting that done. Or maybe you're feeling a little bit directionless in your business. You feel like you're simply going through the motions every day, watching time pass you by. You want to be intentional in your business, but instead you're feeling a bit directionless. You don't know where you want to go and what you should be pursuing because you're just tied up in busyness. And busyness is when you feel like you are the hamster on the hamster wheel. You are running full sprint, but you're getting nowhere. You're just going round and round and round and round every day, day in, day out. Your to-do list is never getting any shorter. You seem to be adding more things to your to-do list than you're taking off your to-do list. You start your day stressed, and at the end of the day, you are stressed and exhausted. And there are just 101 distractions in your day, which stops you from getting to your to-do list. So you're held hostage to these inescapable distractions. Maybe you know what you should be working on, but you never seem to make any progress towards it because there's always another email to answer, there's another Slack message to respond to, there's another phone call to take. There is just so many other things demanding of your time. And quite frankly, the work you should be working on feels overwhelming. So then you actually allow all of those distractions to happen because they feel easy. Or maybe you're feeling like your dream that you had for yourself and your business is just sitting on a shelf. You had a big dream for when you started your business, but you're just not getting any closer to achieving that big dream. And year after year, that big dream never seems to be getting any closer. You know what you want to do, but it just seems like it's impossible. So, you just never get to start the projects that will get you towards that big dream. And I'm right there with you because that's exactly how I felt just a few short years ago when I was like, I'm missing something. I'm an organized person. I am, uber hardworking, and I think I've got my shiz together, but there must be something that I'm missing because business surely isn't meant to be this hard. But when I started using the Full Focus Planner, I discovered that it had some really practical answers to the problems that I was facing. And I'm going to share with you what this means, like the practical tools that are within the Full Focus Planner means that you can move from having dropped tasks from your to-do list to having a central storehouse. So meaning that everything from meetings to allocated project work time live in a single space. The Full Focus Planner is designed to give you visibility over your days and your weeks. Now, I'm also a huge proponent for a project management system. And you might be thinking, but shouldn't my tasks all be within a project management system? Shouldn't my central storehouse for all of my tasks be a project management system? And I'm going to say yes. But what the Full Focus Planner does, it provides you a hybrid system to work in. So yes, you have your project management system, but the tools inside of the Full Focus Planner help you get focused on what you should be doing every day and every week. And it helps you tie up the loose ends so you're not putting out fires. It ensures that you're working on the right things at the right time. And it takes you from having, that lack of direction into working towards worthwhile goals. The Full Focus Planner can help you create actionable goals that you can't wait to work on. Because the Full Focus Planner, and I'm sure I mentioned this in my previous episode about putting together my ideal week. Like I referenced the smarter goals within the Full Focus Planner system, as opposed to SMART goals, which is probably a common process or a common formula for creating goals. And the smarter goal achievement framework works better, and it equips you to set goals that you're actually going to enjoy working on and that are designed to be achievable for you. So the Full Focus Planner provides you a system to create smarter goals that you're excited to work on. The system also takes your I'm too busy and all of that busyness and really helps you get clear on your priorities. So the Full Focus system won't magically check everything off your to-do list, but it allows you to take control of your to-do list. You need to get clarity. And when you work on the most important things each day, you start making progress towards what matters most. In other words, you shift from trying to get everything done to actually getting the right things done. And when you work on the right things in your business, the busyness goes away. And the result, the bigger end result, is that you create freedom. And so going from the inescapable distractions that you have in your day, the Full Focus Planner moves you into consistent accountability. So the planner provides for getting your to-do list to be shorter. So we've still got an endless list of things to do, but actually the Full Focus Planner helps you shorten that to-do list so that you can only focus on the things that matter and stop looking at that endless to-do list and picking off the easy things first, because that's our default way to go. When things are hard, which are usually the bigger things, we choose to work on those last, and we choose the easy things first because we've got an endless to-do list. So when you start completing just 3 tasks in the right direction every day, you start to build momentum, and then you start to get confidence, and then you start to see things change. And if you're someone who has big dreams sitting on a shelf somewhere, you get ready to dust them off, because the Full Focus system is designed to turn those dreams into goals and then turn those goals into actionable steps. Day after day, week after week, you're making measurable progress towards the future that you want to create for yourself. Imagine a world where you didn't have to wait any longer to make a dream a reality, and you could start tomorrow. and then keep putting one foot in front of the other. Truly, this is no exaggeration. To say that the planner has changed my life, changed the way I worked, I mean, it's incredible. The power of the full focus system has just meant that I've got more clarity. I'm really working towards the goals that I want. And I didn't feel like this maybe just 3 years ago. I didn't really have this feeling. The full focus system is the goal achievement and productivity framework embodied by the full focus planner. So there's a full focus system and there's the full focus planner. It's built to empower 5 key practices that will change the way that you work and way that you live. So the full focus planner is designed to have what Michael Hyatt calls a double win. You win at work and you win at life. Others may call it the work-life balance that everyone is striving for, but the full focus planner isn't designed just for your work or just for your personal life. It's designed to help you with both. So the first is goal setting. So simply put, setting better goals takes you in the right direction. When you have goals that you're working towards, you'll be clear about what matters most and you're excited about what the future holds. So that's why you'll learn how to write what we call in the full focus planner system, smarter goals. Secondly, the full focus planner system has a practice of creating constraints. So constraints force creativity and it creates out of the box thinking. Perhaps most importantly, they force prioritization. And getting clear about what matters most is the key to productivity. That's why within the full focus planner system, you'll master tools that are called your quarterly big 3, your weekly big 3, and your daily big 3. You know, that's a game changer for me. I've made slight moderations. So I look to a quarterly big 3. I look to a weekly big 3 to 5. So I've kind of extended a little bit. But then I also come back to my daily 3. What are the 3 things I want to achieve in my day? The next 2 practices are reflection and planning. So we integrate these 2 practices because we think our learning from the past should shape our strategies and decisions for our future. The planner is designed to help you capture lessons simply and help you shape your future behavior accordingly. So we've distilled these practices into what we call the weekly preview and the quarterly preview. And then the last practice within the full focus planner system is automation. And I'm not talking about software or tools that you could use to automate things and make things happen automatically in your business. Here, we're talking about self-automation. Same principle, but self-automation is the key to completing daily tasks and prioritizing self-care while simplifying your life. So self-automation is all about creating habits. And the planner will teach you how to leverage habits as you create daily rituals and your ideal week. And these 2 things I implemented very early on. So I didn't implement all of these practices from the full focus planner, to be honest with you, but I did implement the ideal week, game changer, and I implemented daily rituals for the team. So if you believe the full focus planner could be the tool that you need to bring your business to the next level or restore that balance that you crave between your business and your life, I want to coach you through how to get the most out of the full focus planner system. If you want to, learn more about the full focus planner or even try out the full focus planner for yourself, each full focus planner is 90 days. So it'll give you everything you need for 90 days. And you only need to make a 90-day commitment to try it out. You can get your hands on a planner if you go to sandrajulian.co/full focus. That will take you to the original Full Focus website where you can watch a video on the Full Focus Planner, where you can check out the different types of planners that are available. So there's a spiral bound version, there is a traditional book bound version. However you like to work, there is just different planners, but they all have the same 5 practices within them. If you want to be coached by me and have me help you implement this and help you interpret the 5 practices within the Full Focus Planner and how they might work for your business, because I know that's a whole nother headspace that you have to go through. Will this work in my business? Or how can I implement this in my business with success? And having someone to bounce those thoughts off of, someone who really understands the Full Focus Planner and how that has changed my life and my business, I can help you with that. I've taken these practices, I've slightly modified them so they work for my business, because as you know, I'm a big proponent for doing business your way. So I want you to take these 5 practices. If they work for you by implementing them as they are designed, great, do it. However, if you need to modify them slightly so they work for you and you can, operate your business your way, then let's do that. So I'm here to either help you train the system. So if you want to do a day's training to help you implement the system, I'm here for that. If you want to do one-on-one coaching and help you work out how you can implement this in your business and in your life, I'm here for that. If you want a sounding board to how this could be interpreted into your business, I'm here for that, because I'm all about the strategy, the systems, and the support to help you develop your business your way without sacrificing your life for your business priorities. If you want to reach out to me, then you can book a 30-minute call with me. I'm going to put a link to my calendar into the show notes. So get in there, book some time in my calendar, and we can just have a conversation around where you're at now, where you want to be, and I can help you identify what one of these full focus practices you might want to start with first. And then once you've got that one nailed, then look at implementing the next practice. And once you've got that one dialed in, implement the next. If you want to have a chat about which full focus planner might be right for you, because you're just tossing up the different options, there is a couple of them which are a mini version. So if you want to just trial that one rather than the full version, that's available to you as well. But I am your Full Focus Planner certified pro with all of the knowledge of each of the practices and how I've implemented it into my business and how it's changed everything. So I can't wait for you to dive in, book some time in my calendar so I can help you get out of the weeds in your business, become more organized, implement some productivity tools so you can stop working all the hours, going nowhere, on the hamster wheel with no direction. I look forward to talking with you about how this can work for you. And if you enjoyed this episode, I'd really love for you to tell me so. So you can just respond to an email. I'm going to put my email into the show notes. You can drop me an email. Let me know what was the most valuable thing that you got out of this episode. Or you can take a screenshot, share it with me on Instagram. Don't forget to tag me. I'm going to put my Instagram handle into the show notes so that makes it easy for you. Or you can rate and review the show and leave me a comment. This helps get the show up into the recommended listening of the podcast apps. So if you listen on the Apple Podcast app like me, you can get in there, leave me a rating and a comment, like review the show. That'd be awesome. Or on Spotify now, you can rate podcast shows. New feature of Spotify. You can't leave a review, but you can rate the show. So if you listen on Spotify, I'd appreciate if you could leave me a 5-star rating. Perfect. All right, my friend, that is it from me for today. I really do hope that you had some takeaways from this episode, and that I really hope to talk to you soon about how I can help you implement the Full Focus Planner system into your business and your life.